Hello, hello everybody. I hope you can hear me and see me properly. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm on. Hello, hello everybody. I hope you can hear me and you can see me properly. You're gonna see today what you never saw in my kitchen. I hardly see it myself. It's a huge mess. Why? Because it's fruits and vegetables season. And I got a lot of them. Unfortunately, this year, this is not my tomatoes. I had to buy ones. This year, I had no tomatoes at all. The summer was very rainy and nothing come good. So I had to buy lots of tomatoes. I got lots of peppers. I got lots of eggplants. And I'm gonna show you today what I do to get ready for winter, to preserve some of them. Why? I know homesteading sounds terrible, sounds hard, sounds impossible for many people today, especially in North America. It's not that hard. I can show you. Homesteading, preserving food, freezing food, it's not that hard. Especially with today's prices, you will thank me winter time. The price for the fruits and vegetables amazing today. You can go to your local markets. I specifically went to St. Jacob's Market. It's a beautiful market. I love going there. It's a little bit far from me, and with the price of gas, it's not too convenient to go today. But it's not only you go there for the fruits and vegetables, you can probably find them at a good price closer to you. The St. Jacob's Market has amazing atmosphere. Like, you see amazing vendors, you see lots of Amish vendors, natural product. There's beautiful antique stores around there. You can see those as well if you're antique and vintage lover as I am. And I love going there. If you love going to the markets, unusual markets, so you can have a nice trip for St. Jacob's Market. But back to our story. What I do today, what I did yesterday actually. I call it a jika. It's tomatoes, peppers, garlic, hot peppers in one jar. You preserve it. It's easy to do it. I will show you today how. You can use it in every stew you make winter time. You can use it instead of ketchup for your meats and burgers. You can use it for every casserole dish you do at winter time. The taste is amazing. It brings summer back to your dishes during the cold winter months. And I'll show you how easy it's to make today. I did 4 jars. 4 jars is like about 2 kilos of tomatoes. What I also did yesterday, I made peach jam with almonds. If somebody needs a recipe, just message me. I'll post the recipe. It's easy recipe as well. Like, literally no effort to make this peach jam. Okay, so what do we start with? I'll show you first of all how you preserve your peppers. The price of peppers usually in Canada, it's $3.99 per pound. Yes, that much. Now you can get the big bucket. I think there's a little bit less than a bucket. I gave some to my daughter, but you can get a big bucket for like $20. The price is amazing. Every supermarket in Canada gonna have those in boxes, so you can get it an amazing price. Now it's a season, guys. So what you do with them? Obviously, you can freeze them. You just cut them and freeze them. It's okay, but it's not that tasty as if you barbecue them or you grill them in the oven and then you freeze them cooked. So winter time, it's only gonna take you a couple minutes to pull it out from the freezer, defrost it, and you're gonna have your nice appetizer. You put some, what do you do winter time? You mix oil with vinegar, put some garlic on it, defrost your peppers, put it on top of your peppers. You have your amazing roasted peppers wintertime. They taste the same as you would do them fresh. I roasted some of them yesterday. I'm gonna bring it closer to the camera so you guys see it. Can you see it? Yeah. I roasted some yesterday. See? When they're ready, this is how they're supposed to look. You have this black charcoal color on them. What you do after you roasted them, you just put them in a plastic bag when it's hot, tight it so air doesn't go through. I did it in a bowl. I get this beautiful, beautiful bowls like on Amazon. I'm so happy with the purchase. This is like glass bowls with a lid. You cover it and you let it cool. The beauty of it, you don't have to do everything in the same day. You can broil them or barbecue them one day and clean them in another day. How you clean them and what you do after. You take a bowl, you take colander, put it inside, you prepare your peppers, take the board. What you do after, you take your pepper. I probably will need a garbage bag for skins. This kitchen drives me nuts. My OCD is triggered by this mess I have around me, so I have to clean it up fast and to go back to normal. So what you do technically, you just put it on a board and you peel the skin. The skin should be peeled off very, very easy. If you cool it properly, you put it in a plastic bag or you cover it like me. The skin should go out very easy. You pull out all the skin. I do pull out the seeds and insert. You just pull it out like this. It's a little bit of messy job, but it's well worth it. Okay. So after you cleaned it, doesn't have to be perfect. If you have a seed or two left on your pepper, it's fine. Some people who want the perfect job, you can wash them a little. I don't recommend, but you can if it bothers you that much. Then you put it on this colander for the extra water to drain. See, it's very easy. Yes, it takes a little bit time maybe, but believe me, winter time, when you defrost it, when you have guests, you're gonna have appetizer right away. Or you can add it to your soup, to your stews, to your salads. It's amazing, guys. And it tastes so good even after you defrost it. So you remove the inside. Okay. So you do it with all your peppers. I'm not gonna bore you with all of them. So after they drain a little bit, mine shouldn't be drained that much because I left them overnight. See how much water I have here? So most of the unneeded water is drained already. What you do after, you take a Ziploc bag. How do you open those? You put your peppers inside your Ziploc bag. You squeeze it, you squish it, and you freeze it. Don't put too much in one bag. Obviously, see how much you can use. I usually put around 6 of them in one bag. This is a big bag. I took it for eggplants, but anyway, you can use the smaller bags. I usually put around 6 of them and I freeze them. And then winter time, believe me, you're gonna thank me. The same thing you do with the eggplants. You barbecue your eggplant. You let it cool in the same way. You remove the skin and you freeze it. Actually, the eggplant and the peppers is one of the two things. It's like things I usually don't mind to freeze. I don't freeze foods that much. I don't like all this preparation and freezing food. It hardly happens in my kitchen. But those two things, freeze is good. The taste is not that much different from the fresh ones. You can always do it. Also, what I wanted to say. I think I have dimension now. Okay, so you can prepare your eggplants, but remember, when you barbecue eggplants, remember to cut the holes inside of them so that they don't explode all over your barbecue. This is the most important. Okay, I think with peppers you understood the pattern. I'm gonna finish them later, guys, without you, so I don't bore you with the boring process of peeling. The next step, what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to make sauce. As I told you before, I made already yesterday. It was 4.5 jars. So what do you need for the sauce? I'm gonna post the recipe later after I go offline. But first of all, what you need is a scale. I have a video when I explain to you guys. Without the scale, you cannot do anything in the kitchen. Especially if you want to bake something, or you want to preserve, or you want to, wherever you want to do the good recipe, it requires a scale. So first thing you do, you weigh your tomatoes and you weigh your peppers. I'm gonna post the recipe and I'm gonna put it for one portion, but you can increase this portion as much as you want. Doesn't really matter. What you need to weigh 4 kilos. I'm gonna do for 4 kilos of tomatoes and 2 kilos of pepper today. What you need, obviously, before you start, you need to wash all of it. You need to weigh them. You see how much you need for your sauce for today. I got garlic as well on the market. Look, the big. When you do preserving for the winter, you always make sure you have lots of garlic. And I have lots of green pepper. I got it from Amish ladies. They smell amazing and it's very hot peppers. Also, what you see here, I have lots of cucumbers. I already not gonna preserve them. My mom did some job with this. She made some jars. If you guys need the recipe, I can ask her and post it for you. Just let me know. I don't have tomatoes this year, but it's a real cucumber invasion in my garden. I don't know what to do with them anymore. Okay, after you measure all your product, you cut it. You need the jars for it. Not the jars, the bowls, sorry. Okay, let's first of all measure. Okay. Whites in grams. Okay, so you measure your vegetables. After you measure, what you do, this is pounds. I need kilos, buddy. I don't see your messages, guys. Like if you message me, I'm gonna go check if somebody writes something. Okay, after you measure how much product you need, I think this is about 1 kilo. You wash it. You cut it in half. I'm not gonna show you process. It's gonna be a really boring live stream. But what you do generally after you measure your product, how you cut it? You cut it in half. You remove the inside. See, you do it like this. And then you can, if the tomato is big, you can cut it again. Okay? This is what you do. The same way you do with your peppers. You can cut it any way you want because we're gonna put them in a grinder afterwards. Okay? In a meat grinder. I do it in a meat grinder. So you cut it any piece you want. You remove the seeds. And then you cut it. The same way you do with garlic. You wait your garlic. You peel it. You can leave it whole and it's gonna be good enough for meat grinder. And the same way with the hot peppers. You remove the stem. I cut it in half. And you remove your seeds. You don't need the seeds. It's gonna give you this nasty, bitter taste for the product. Then you need the meat grinder and you need to grind everything you prepare. Prepare for wash it, cut it, peel it. What you need to peel your garlic, remove the seeds, prepare everything. It's probably gonna have around 40 minutes for big portion if you fast, if you know what you're doing. Then you just put everything through the meat grinder. What you need next? You need a big pot. I have the cheap one. I got it when we came to Canada. This is a cheap one with a very thin bottom. It's better to have with a thick bottom so it doesn't stick to the... Better to have thick bottom so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Okay, English is good, yeah. Okay, but it still does a job. I use it maybe once a year, twice a year for these purposes, like to make some sauces or something. You need a big pot. Any pot will work. Anything you have in the house will work, but just make sure you mix it. If your pot is not too good, make sure you mix it every 10 minutes so it doesn't stick to the bottom. The tomatoes have the tendency to stick to the bottom. Wherever you ground it, you put it in your big pot. You bring it to boil. You need the salt. I'm gonna put the recipe, guys, after I'm off the line. After I'm off live, I'm gonna put the recipe. You put salt. You put sugar. You bring it to boil, and you lower your heat and you let it simmer for 2 hours. Open your lid a little bit, like this, and you let it simmer for 2 hours. After 2 hours, what you do? You take your jars, you wash them good with a dish soap, or you wash them in a dishwasher. If you have sanitizer, it's even sanitizer option in a dishwasher, it's even better. You wash it. If you don't have sanitizer option in your dishwasher, you fill it half with the water. You put it for 10 minutes to microwave. It's gonna be good enough. With the lids, it's already clean ones. I cleaned them yesterday. With the lids, you just put your lids in a big bowl. You put the hot boiling water over it for a couple minutes, drain the water, and your jars are good to go. What you do after your sauce is ready, while it's hot, you slowly, usually, you slowly transfer to the jars. You can use this so you don't spill it all over your kitchen. Slowly do it. Make sure you don't burn yourself. It's hot. Cover it with the lid tight. And put your jar upside down on a towel until it's fully cooled. See, this is the result you get. You leave it like this until it's fully cold. Make sure you tight your jars very good. And after it's cold, you turn on the jar and check it again, because sometimes when the jars are cold, they give a little bit space again. Well, simple physics, right? The hard materials, they expand. That's it. You can store it after in your cold cellar or in a cool place. I wouldn't suggest to keep it just in the kitchen. Find a cool place in your house. I know in North America, most of the houses we have a cold cellar. I will show you mine probably one day. And it's good to store. I have from last year left some jars. It's good to store for maybe up to 2 years. Use it in 1 year better. That's it. You're ready for your winter. I know it sounds complicated. I know it sounds too much work. It is a little bit of work, but you're saving lots of money, which is important today. And wintertime, you cannot get those tomatoes, which smell amazing. You cannot get those nice peppers, and especially with eggplant. The eggplant wintertime, especially here in Canada, it's ridiculously expensive. And it's ridiculously bad quality. Sometimes they sell rotten eggplants in the stores, in the good stores even. Or you bring it home, next day it's rotten on the inside. Why? Because by the time they ship it, by the time they freeze it, an eggplant doesn't like to be in the refrigerator. It gets bad before you even start using it. Or you just bake it and the eggplant is kind of empty inside. So wintertime, seasonal vegetables, not that good of the quality, and definitely not that good of the price. And it's the price this winter going to be much more than last winter. You can take my word for this. Well, I guess this is what I wanted to tell you guys today. If you have any questions, ask. I can do the sauce. I can start doing the sauce. But again, it's going to be boring for you to watch it live. It's like a long process. I hope I covered the process nice. I'm gonna post a little bit later the recipe. If you need the jam recipe, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I will be more than happy to see new subscribers. Subscribe, press this bell, press this thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time.